Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Radul Hikmah. You can call me Hikmah. I'm in Komarul Huda University and now I'm the third semester. Alright everybody, before I continue to my material, I just want to say thank you very much for Mr. Hasbullah that has given me the task. From this video I get new vocabulary, I can speak up like this, and I can improve my knowledge as well. Firstly, let's thank to our God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us healthy and blessing so we can attend here without any trouble and obstacle. Secondly, our salawat and salam always we give to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has bring us from the darkness to the lightness, from the stupid era to the clever era, from the zigzag way to be destroyed to the enemy Islamic religion. Okay guys, in this video I just want to tell you about the history of Tangkuban perahu. Once upon a time, in ancient times, a pig was crossing a wilderness. The wheelboard was feeling thirsty in the hot sun. When he was looking for springs, he saw that there was water stored in the taro trees. He immediately drank the water to quench his thirst. Without realizing it, the water was Raja Sunging Perbangkara's urine. Because of Raja Sunging Perbangkara's supernatural powers, the wheelboard becomes pregnant after drinking his urine. 9 months later, the wheelboard gave birth to a baby girl. Raja Sunging Perbangkara knew about the existence of a baby who was born because of his urine. He went into the woods to look for it, found the baby girl. He also gave her the name Dayang Sumbi and brought her back to the royal place. Dayang Sumbi grew into a very beautiful woman. It seems that there were countless kings, princes, and nobles who wanted to marry the daughter of Raja Sunging Perbangkara. However, Dayang Sumbi refused all proposals politely, not at all expected by Dayang Sumbi. Those who were rejected by the proposal were fighting each other to fight over her. Dayang Sumbi was very sad to know the fact that the princes, kings, and nobles who had been rejected were fighting each other. He also begged Raja Sunging Perbangkara to exile himself. The king finally allowed his son to isolate himself. Dayang Sumbi secluded herself on a hill accompanied by male dog named Situmang. To fill her free time while in exile, Dayang Sumbi also wept. Once upon a time, when Dayang Sumbi was weaving, her weaving equipment fell. At the time, Dayang Sumbi felt lazy to take it. Words were ejected that he was not too aware of. Whoever is willing to pick up my fallen loom, if it's a man, I will make it my husband. If it's a woman, I will make it my sister. Unexpectedly, Tumang picked up the fallen loom and gave it to Dayang Sumbi. There was nothing Dayang Sumbi could do other than fulfill her graduation. He married Situmang, who turned out to be an incarnation of a god. Situmang is God, who is cursed to become an animal and banished to earth. A few months after getting married, Dayang Sumbi becomes pregnant and gave birth to a baby boy. Dayang Sumbi gave him the name Sangkuriang. Time is ticking. Several years later passed. Sangkuriang had grown into a handsome young man. Strong, his body is strong and stocky. Sakti Mandraguna is also Dayang Sumbi's son. Since childhood, Sangkuriang has been happy to be his target. Every time you do a hunt in the forest, Sangkuriang was always accompanied by Tumang. Sangkuriang didn't know at all that Tumang was his biological father. One day, Sangkuriang accompanied by Situmang returned to hunt in the forest. Sangkuriang considered looking for the deer because his mother was very demanding to eat the liver of the deer. After a while, in the forest, Sangkuriang saw a deer grazing behind a bush. Sangkuriang ordered Tumang to chase the deer. It was very strange. Tumang, who was usually obedient, didn't follow his order. Sang Kuryang became angry. He said, "If you still do not obey my orders, I will surely kill you." Sang Kuryang's threat seems to be ignored by Tumang. Because annoyed and angry, Sang Kuryang then killed the Tumang. He took the black dog's heart and brought it home. Sang Kuryang gave Tumang's heart to his mother to cook. Dayang Sumbi didn't realize that the heart her son gave her was her husband's. He then cooked and ate the liver. So, Dayang Sumbi's anger at Sang Kuryang was indescribable when she found out that the heart she had eaten was Tumang's heart. He then grabbed a dessert made of a coconut shell and hit Sang Kuryang's head, causing Sang Kuryang's head to be injured. Sang Kuryang was very angry and hurt by his mother's treatment. According to him, his mother imitated Tumang more than him. So, without saying goodbye to Dayang Sumbi's mother, Sang Kuryang then went wandering eastward. Dayang Sumbi was very sorry after learning of the default of her son Sang Kuryang. He also meditated and begged for forgiveness from the gods for the mistake he had made. The gods heard Dayang Sumbi's request. They accepted the apology and bestowed Dayang Sumbi with eternal beauty. Shahdan Sang Kuryang kept wandering without a definite destination. In his wanderings, Sang Kuryang continued to add to his supernatural powers by studying the powerful people he met during his wanderings for years. Sang Kuryang wandered without realizing it. He returned to the place where he was born. Sumbi's eternal beauty. He didn't realize that the beautiful woman he met in the forest was his own biological mother. The same thing happened to Dayang Sumbi, who didn't realize it, that this dashing, powerful young man was Sang Kuryang's son. Because they fell in love with each other, they planned to get married. Before the wedding took place, Sang Kuryang intended to go hunting. Dayang Sumbi helped Sang Kuryang put on the head covering. It was then that Sambis Dayang saw the wound on her future husband's head. He remembered his son who had left him. He was sure that this dashing young man was none other than his son Sang Kuryang. Dayang Sumbi then explained that the day was actually the biological mother of Sang Kuryang. Therefore, he did not want to marry his biological child. "If your desire is so strong to marry me, I want you to fulfill one of my requests," said Dayang Sumbi. And then Sang Kuryang said, "What request do you have?" Dayang Sumbi put forward extraordinary two conditions, namely that the Citarum River was dammed to make a lake, and in the lake there was a large boat. "You should be able to finish all of that in one night," said Dayang Sumbi. Without hesitation, Sang Kuryang agreed to Dayang Sumbi's request. "Fine, I will fulfill your request." Sang Kuryang immediately worked to fulfill Dayang Sumbi's request. The first time he cut down a big tree to make a boat. The big boat was finally complete by Sang Kuryang. The Sakti youth then proposed to dam the swift Citarum River to create a lake. Everything that Sang Kuryang did was known by Dayang Sumbi's anxiety rose in Dayang Sumbi's heart when she saw that Sang Kuryang's work would so be finished. She had to work Sang Kuryang's work so that the marriage to her biological child would not take place. He also asked for help from the gods. After praying, Dayang Sumbi received instructions. Dayang Sumbi then spread Beu Rarang. He also forced the rooster to crow when it was still night. The spirits were very scared when they found out that Dawn had arrived. They ran and disappeared in all directions. They lived in mid unfinished lake and boat. Sang Kuryang was very angry. He felt that Dayang Sumbi had cheated him. Aida was sure that the real Dawn had not yet arrived. He felt there was still time for him to finish the job. With high anger, Sang Kuryang then broke down the dam at Sahyang Tikoro. The Citarum plow flag then moved it to the east, which then transformed it into Mount Manglayang. The water that originally filled the lake became receding. Has not subsided her anger, Sang Kuryang then kicked the big boat he had made so that it was thrown far away and fell face down. The big boat transformed it into a mountain which was later called Mount Tangkuban Perahu. Sang Kuryang's anger had not subsided. He knew that all of this was actually a ploy by Dayang Sumbi to the world he is married to him. With anger that continued to overflow, Sumbi was chased. Dayang Sumbi, who was frightened, kept running to avoid it until it finally disappeared on a hill. The hill was then transformed into Putri Mountain. Meanwhile, Sang Kuryang, who failed to find Dayang Sumbi, finally disappeared into the ancient world. Alright everybody, in this video we can take the moral message in order we can to be people that honest, because honesty will bring goodness and happiness in the future. Okay guys, thank you for your nice attention. Thank you for your watching. Don't forget to like and comment. If I have mistake, I can do apologize to all of you because I still learn. And the last I say, salam unikba. Your success start here. Wallahul muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.